If you go 100 years ago and you look at the over-the-counter store environments where there is a cashier standing there and that's the same person that hands you the products and the items in the store, that's the simple operation. And then all the way to the self-service stores, the supermarkets as we know them today, and the self-checkouts and the point of sale and the mobile, all of this became very convenient for the clients, but introduced a lot of shrink. AI is a helpful tool to control that shrink in the way where the adoption of the AI in the store, the adoption of the self-service touch points, all sort of them, can become much more real and can cross the line where the balance between the return on investment and the client satisfaction is becoming more efficient for the retailers.
And with all the data that we have available today, everything that we've learned over the years, it is really difficult to make sense of it all as people. So bringing AI into these environments and into these ecosystems lets us leverage all of that information that we do have. It alleviates some of the effort that we put on store employees so that all of those associates can now focus on giving their shoppers much better experiences, focusing on where their human touch can really drive an impact, and letting the AI work silently in the background to solve all of the other problems.
Today in the store, when a consumer scans their items at the self-checkout, it's between that machine and the customer. Customer can make mistakes intentionally or unintentionally, and the mistakes that leading to the shrink that is being created out of this is crossing the normal lines that usually retailer would expect. So when you introduce AI or the cameras, whether it's a vision or any sensory, it will be either watching the customer behavior and alerting the customer of the mistakes that was made, offering help to solve that problem between that machine and the customer, or calling for associate. It can be an item that was mis-scanned, it can be a transaction that wasn't paid, it can be the item that was left in the cart without bagging it, or all sorts of other things.
And some of the biggest challenges retailers are facing are balancing all of these conflicting priorities. They're trying to solve shrink. They're trying to make their shoppers happy. They're trying to create a positive experience, improve efficiency, and they are trying to do all of this with very little resources. So bringing in AI, it's important to have systems that can be reused, devices that can be reused, solutions that work together so that you're really able to incorporate all of those different priorities to have a solution that moves your store forward.
Architecture is playing a large role in this because there are so many solutions that are out there today. And if you're going to go siloed, introducing every one of those solutions separately to the store, you will end up with multiple hardware pieces with multiple models, and there will be no interconnection between those. It will be very hard to scale. So architecturally, you have to think upfront what is more important for you and when. For example, when we talk about the edge solutions or edge-based compute, we are talking about the solutions that require immediate reaction to the action that it's seeing. This is where edge plays a large role. Edge plays a large role in all sort of personal identification information, while some sort of AI-based analytics that are happening after the transaction happened that does not require to be done in real time can be done on the server in the store or can be done somewhere else in the cloud after that.
With the right architecture, you're also able to bring solutions into your stores without having to do a complete overhaul of your infrastructure. You have said if you have edge devices, you can quickly adapt them to any of your in-store systems. You may already have a cloud system for other uses. And so when you have an architecture that orchestrates all these together, is very modular and adaptable, you can suit it to the needs that you have in any different store at any different time.
So AI technology in general and everything that comes around that is still pretty expensive. And when you go on that journey, you need to really understand what are your low-hanging fruits and how do you start embarking on that journey. So the ROI that you're going to create out of those low-hanging fruits, out of those first use cases, will start helping you pay for the next step and more complicated AI-based use cases. So start at the use cases which will take the least possible time to implement and will provide you the most ROI upfront, so you can fund your journey on the AI as you go to more complicated use cases.
With edge AI solutions, when we are able to use AI to detect issues or make recommendations to the users in the moment, we are taking all of the policing, all of the oversight and vigilance out of the hands of the store employees who are overloaded and focused on other topics as well. And we're really empowering the shoppers themselves to understand what happened, to respond in the moment, to take any kind of corrective action. So it is a system that is able to not just monitor what was going on and provide that data to a retailer after the fact, but it really helps the system and the users be proactive about resolving those issues immediately before they can cause shrink or loss.
So with the evolvement of AI technologies, both on the hardware and on the software side, the AI will get more and more embedded in the retail operation of the stores. And we truly believe that this is what's going to happen. And the evolvement of the large language models, the LLMs, and the generative AI will allow to move from the point solution to much more reasoning, thinking behind AI, which the experience will become much more interactive and much less limited to very specific use cases. So we see that the technology evolvement and the use cases of AI evolvement going side by side will continue enabling the store all the way to what we call digital twin. So if you think about this, every store will become visible to the digital world, same way as e-commerce today done natively.
Today, with a lot of our AI solutions, we are focused on generalized solutions. And as we get more advanced, we will be able to personalize these at a different level. We will know much more about each user, their shopping patterns, what they've experienced in the store throughout their shopping journey. And we'll be able to bring that into the way that we handle their checkout experience. We can create a highly customized, personalized solution for them. That's where it's going to make retail much simpler and much more effective.